action does not stop there. We move right on along to an OG matchup right here. So, AJ, you know that the whole storyline was Jim Miller, I want to fight UFC 300 and do the thing, right? Well, you got to get past Mowgli Benitez, and you got to do it more or less unscathed, which shouldn't be too difficult if you're looking at revisionist history, because Jesse Butler came in and said, I'm taking this old man's head off, and got stiffed. Bro, I mean, what a flawless performance. Like that was what do you call it in Mortal Kombat, man? Flawless performance, flawless victory.
Flawless victory.
That's it. That's what he had. Hit him with the little hook, slumped him. My man was staring up at the lights, but he got a different animal in front of him right here, man. Mowgli Benitez, one of the most dangerous kickers in the game, a very downhill striker, especially in the first round. The question becomes, though, man, we've seen Mowgli Benitez have a badass first round, but not be able to finish the rest of the fight because that first round took too much of a toll. Jim Miller, not the youngest, spryest cat, you know what I mean? But my man still got the pop. He slows down towards round 2, round 3. What is it going to take right here to see either of these fighters slow down? What type of fight needs to ensue given their stylistic differences?
For what type of fight needs to ensue for them to slow down in this one? An uncalculated, chaotic beginning. And I think that's really where Mowgli Benitez kind of has that double-edged sword where he has good advances, he's striking, he's doing well, he's leading the pressure, controlling the dance, but then he gets tired. And that was one thing I'm glad you pointed out, Derek, because I think that is going to play a huge factor into this fight. These boys were slated to fight before. Mowgli had to withdraw because of weight issues, right? And that's exactly what I'm wondering right here. How is that weight cut going to be? He's had a lot longer to do it, but Jim Miller always comes in prepared, always going to come in ready to fight. Yep. How is Mowgli going to be able to sustain that gas tank if he's able to, like you said, put out an excellent round 1 like he always does? Will he be able to have that gas tank? What do you think?
Well, that's the thing, man. I was looking at the Ode Osborne fight, right? Because that's the one where he went downhill, had not Ode Osborne. Who am I talking about, man? David Onama. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. David Onama, right? So he was going downhill on him, right? Had him hurt, right? Might have caught him with a punch, with a finger. We don't know, but his eye he didn't know what was going on. He was trying to squint and fight. Had him so downhill until David Onama, who is a athletic specimen, a young, spry fighter, athletic, not particular prime, but come on, dude. It's a young dude. Came in and said, I got the ability. I'm a striking phenom. I came back. I got you out of there, right? Because Mowgli blew his load and then wasn't able to keep the pace, right? Jim Miller is not going to present that type of fight, though. We know that, right? It's much more calculated. It's going to be much more. It's going to be combinations, man, but it's going to come so much slower, and it's not going to be a pace battle like that. So I think that the smart pick here, realistically, man, everybody is on Jim Miller in this fight. The reason that I like Mowgli Benitez, and I was actually surprised to see this was a consensus pick, is because I think he has the striking acumen to be able to really surprise Jim Miller early and make him tread water. And if you can get him to tread water, then he might do a desperation shot. He throws a desperation shot, you're kicking his calf, you're throwing knees up, you're clenching him up, you're breaking off, you're going back to the striking. It's just a matter of can his cardio hold. And when you're taking a dog like this, don't you like to see plus 185 on the TKO prop right there?
Oh, absolutely, Derek. And I think that's Mowgli Benitez's best option right here. Not necessarily, because I was going to say speed, right? Not necessarily speed over the entire duration, but speed in the striking, speed in your foot movement, speed in your kicks, in your defense, everything that goes into it. Jim Miller, I expect him just to be a half step, if not more, behind because of the age that he's presented with. But you got to manage that gas tank, man.
Over and under, 1.5 rounds. What do you got? Over or under?
I might be contrarian. I'm taking the under.
Ooh, all right. That's plus 110 for the under, minus 140 for the over. So even the odds makers are a little undecided. Now, really quickly, you took a look at these odds, right? Minus 115, very, very slight edge for Jim Miller. Minus 105 comeback for Mowgli Benitez. If we're looking at live odds right now, apologies, I didn't have it pulled up as quickly as I wanted to, so I'll have the answer for you in just one moment. But it's going to be interesting because I would imagine... Yep, minus 150. Jim Miller, plus 125 comeback for Mowgli Benitez. So it has gone heavy on Jim Miller right here. But again, sometimes I think that's the trap card that we fall into sometimes. We think Jim Miller, we think consistency, and he has been, man. But then again, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. He's 5 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 5 and 4, something like that. I think I might have jacked that one up. I don't remember what happened to his last fight. But the point is, right? This is going to be an interesting matchup. OG's matchup right here. I like Mowgli Benitez. You like Mowgli Benitez. All love for Jim Miller, but this is going against the grain to put money in the pocketbook. So if you are a real one, if you are down to bet where your money where your mouth is, rock with the Blade Water Podcast, boys. You know what time it is, man. All right, AJ, let's push right on along.